Yo, what's up guys? It's your boy Mike Rules here, and today I'm going to be teaching you some tricks and some tips to improving your Crucible overall experience and probably increase your efficiency or KD wise. Or if you're just looking for some useful advice coming from someone who plays very competitive and Trials weekly, Trials tips will be coming out pretty soon, then this video is for you. Now, if you'd rather just figure out all the tips and the tricks to Crucible by yourself, you might as well click out. But, if you like this video, or the idea behind it, or just enjoy the advice in general or find it useful, consider dropping a like or a subscribe. Also, consider checking out my friend Ravenize and my friend Fatal Error. They're also some very good quality YouTubers. My friend Ravenize makes World War II setups, but that's for another time. And Fatal, well, maybe sometime soon he'll be giving you guys some raid advice and PvE stuff. But anyways, you came here for a Crucible video, not other things. So one tip that I have for you is to, like in the clip you're seeing now, don't just challenge supers like I did. That was very dumb, but I don't know, I wanted to kill, but that wasn't smart. But an overall way to get more kills in Crucible if you're solo queuing is to stick with the team. Don't go off on your own. Like as you see now, I'm off in the distance sniping by myself. Now it may have worked out for me, but that's not going to work out 100% of the time. It was pretty stupid of me to do that. If you stick with your team, you can be getting those team shots in and well that was a pretty bad stutter, but anyways, if you stick with your team, even if you're not the one landing the killing blow, you're still going to get the kill credit. Because in D2, or Destiny 2 if you didn't know that, if your teammate kills an enemy that you have recently damaged in a short amount of time, you'll both get kill credit for it. It won't double the points, but it will give you both a kill. So you don't have to worry about getting your kills stolen anymore. Another tip is when you get into one-on-one engagements or gunfights, as you could call it, try to strafe. You know, it's like a dance. You go back and forth. You're not just going to stand still and shoot them and let them shoot you. It's not a trade-off here. If you want to improve that, you can start pre-aiming. Like with my Mida, I'll pre-aim a lot of the gunfights I'm going to go into. Don't pre-fire that much, because it lowers your overall weapon accuracy and stats. But if you know that someone's about to walk in the spot you're doing, start pre-firing. It'll work amazing. Also, a good tip is to learn the Guardian height for male and females of all three races, Titan, Hunter, and Warlock, because then you'll be able to hit heads easier if you can memorize that. Also, don't listen to what people tell you. How people say don't lead into a gunfight with a jump, how I just did that, it's kind of like that. Those gunfights where there's a wall in the way, you can lead into with a shot, but your accuracy is gonna not be as accurate, because when you're in the air in Destiny, your shots just aren't as on point, so you have to be pretty careful in those certain situations. Now, if you feel that enemy is going to come down a hallway or something, you can pre-aim that, but don't try to stay in your aim for too long, because it does take away your radar unless you're using the Knucklehead radar, which is a Hunter exotic, or Mida. Because if you pull out something like a Uriel's Gift or, you know, Last Hope or stuff like that and you're aiming, your radar's gone, and you won't be able to see if someone's coming up behind you or from your sides. Now, another way you could also make the game just a little bit easier for yourself is you could leave your party. I'm on PS4, so that's why I'm saying party, but if there's a party on Xbox, you could probably leave that too, and go into game chat and try to get some callouts with your team. If you need some help, you could be like, hey man, come to me. Or you could just go to your teammates and help them out. Now, one other tip that I have for improving your overall accuracy is, let's say you're strafing, right? If you're going left to the left, and your teammate, or not your teammate, the enemy you're trying to kill is to your right, you're moving left, so obviously your scope should be going, your right stick, to be specific, should be going to the right. You guys get what I mean by that, hopefully, because if when you master that, of being able to move and still keep tracking on your opponent, your headshot ratio or just your kill chance is going to be so much better. But the main thing that I see a lot of people doing wrong now is they'll try to go off on their own still, like that guy there, and just get a kill. You see, if you don't have a teammate around, you should either try to back up or play it safe. Like, I try to stick by my teammates most of the time, but if I know for a fact I'm going to get the kill, then obviously I don't have to stick by my teammates. Now, Rules that apply to not wanting to stick by your teammates is if you have a super or heavy. If you have those, you don't really have to stay by your teammates, but you still want to be careful because you don't want to end up wasting your super or your heavy ammo, such as if you have a sword, though, you should probably try to stick by some of your teammates because sword gameplay, I don't have any right now, but I could upload some soon. But with swords, you have to get in close, and if there's a bunch of the other enemies together and you're just trying to rush in by yourself, they're all going to just shoot you. Try not to jump too much, though, because if you do jump around, you're making yourself a big target. See, I stay low. Obviously, I jump over ginormous walls and things that are obstacles and stuff that get in my way. But if you can stay low and crouched and stuff like that, it just makes you a little bit harder to see. Another thing, if you lead into a gunfight and you realize that you're not really winning your gunfights that much from not hitting headshots and stuff, you can actually throw your opponents off by, for example, if you don't know what a crouch shot is, if I don't think there's any in this video or any clips of me doing it, but when you get into a gunfight, you can lead in the gunfight standing up and start shooting your opponent trying to hit the head or the body, but you don't want to aim at the ground, trust me. But anyways, if you're aiming at the body or the head, while they're shooting at you, you can crouch mid gunfight, and it'll throw them off. They'll be like, what? What? Like, why is he crouching? And then so they'll start to move their sight down a little bit while still spraying at you. Never mind that, though. And once they start hitting your head again, or you feel like you're taking massive flinch, crouch again, or making yourself stand back up. That'll make them start hitting your body once again, removing their crit chance. Meaning that you, while you're still locked into their head, spraying them down, trying to kill them, they're trying to figure out how to get back to your head. People do say it's a cheap strategy, but if it's a game mechanic, that means it was meant for it to be used. Think about it. You don't have to just listen to what other people say. If it helps you get the kill, use it by all means. Another tip that I've actually discovered to work for myself a lot is if you have the masterwork cores, it's really good to try to masterwork not just random rolls and stuff like that, but if you can masterwork it into like what you think the weapon needs personally, then it's all about the personal feels. For me, I feel like Uriel's Gift plays better with masterwork magazines. Hey, awesome. I'm recording right now. But anyways, oh yeah, also, if you guys don't know, you should go drop a follow on my friend Awesome. It's PSN_awesome0011 on Twitch. He does trials carries and other games and stuff like that. Now, if you ever get into a one-on-one engagement and your enemy has a high flinch weapon, you should either try to get behind them or just get out of there, because if it's something like Last Hope, it's not something you want to get into close range. Another thing that you could help to improve your overall Crucible quality is to learn how the enemy team plays. If they're sticking together landing team shots, then obviously you don't want to just try to get a distance on them by yourself. You're going to want a teammate with you to help you land, distract, or just do some damage. Because if you're trying to take on 4 guys by yourself, you're going to die. This isn't D1 anymore where hand cannons and stuff like that kill in 3 bullets. The time to kill, my bad, has been extremely decreased. But those are my personal tips that work for me when I play Crucible. And obviously, if you've seen earlier in the clip, I finish my games mostly with 3.0 KDs and above. Now, these are just casual, and they work in competitive too, obviously. I just didn't feel like going into competitive with the team and all that fun stuff. I could probably make some tips for some solo queue and competitive, but that's going to have to wait for another time. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed. This is your boy Mike, signing out.